Hi yogis, and welcome to today's full body stretch. We're going to work out the kinks in all parts of our bodies and really just do a feel good flow. So let's begin in child's pose, extended child's pose. So coming onto our knees, bringing the big toes together, the knees out wide, and reaching our hands forward. And let's just take a couple of breaths here as we begin our practice. You can take this time to scan your body, just check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Let go of anything that is just not yoga. And bring your attention into the four corners of your mat. On your next inhale, rise up, come onto hands and knees, all fours. Fingers are spread wide. Wrists are under shoulders. Knees are under the hips. And we'll just move through some really gentle cat-cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the chin in cow pose. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin in, cow pose. You can just move with your breath, inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the chest and chin. Exhale, round the back, tucking the chin in. And you can even, as you move through these cat and cows, following your breath, you can even start to add some movement with your hips. Sort of you can kind of go around, really just stretching. Get as funky as you want here. Maybe you don't want to be funky today, and that's fine too. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Curl the toes under and we'll come into downward facing dog. So lifting the hips up. Feet are hip distance apart. Fingers are spread wide. You can even sort of adjust yourself if you need to. Creating that real length from your neck to your tailbone, bending the knees. This is the first downward dog of the day. You can pedal out the legs a little bit here. Take a break. Stretch out. And let's take 2 big breaths here. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward, followed by the right, coming into forward fold. Again, keeping a really good generous bend in the knees. We're just sort of warming up here. You can even grab opposite elbows, let yourself hang, maybe sway side to side. You can turn the neck left to right. Keep the neck relaxed. You had your elbows crossed. Release your hands down to the floor. And on your next inhale, we'll come into halfway lift. So hands come up onto the shins. Chest forward, head forward, flat back. Exhale, release forward fold. And on our next inhale, rising all the way up, arms come up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Perfect. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands and stepping back into downward facing dog. Again, you might want to take a few extra movements here, pedaling out the legs, Find where it really feels good. On the next inhale, reaching the right leg up and stepping it forward, coming here into a low lunge, bringing the left knee down and slowly rising up. So this to rise up and to be here. If you're feeling some discomfort in the knee, you can put a blanket or some, roll your mat, fold up the mat and put it under your knee just to give your knee a little bit of padding. And also engaging the glute here will help with balance and keeping you balanced. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Take a couple breaths here. Making sure the knee is above the ankle, but not past the ankle. And then taking the right forearm onto the right thigh, we'll reach back for the left leg, reaching for the toes. It's okay if it doesn't make it. This is just a little quad stretch here. Perfect. And slowly release the left leg down. Plant both hands on the mat. Curl your left toes under and step back into downward facing dog. Perfect. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Left leg comes up. Stepping the left leg forward, coming into low lunge. Right knee is now on the mat, top of the foot on the floor. Inhale, come up. Hands at heart center, watching that position of our knee over the ankle. Take a deep breath. Find that balance, feel that stretch in the hip. And then bringing the left forearm onto the left thigh, reaching back for the foot to give ourselves a little quad stretch here. Perfect. Slowly release the right foot down. Come back up. Plant the hands. Curl your right toes under and step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe here. And then slowly come down onto the knees, again into all fours. And pivot the right knee off of the mat, kind of kickstanding. We'll come into a side plank. So left leg is out long, knife edge of the foot. You can even reach the left arm over the body for an extra side stretch here. Feels really good. Exhale, release. Coming back to all fours. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left leg kickstand, left hand under the left shoulder. Coming into a kneeling side plank. And the right arm can go over the right ear to give yourself a nice side body stretch. Inhaling the right arm up. Coming back to all fours and pressing back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reaching the right leg up, stepping forward and rising up into warrior one. So arms can be here at heart center. The back leg, the foot is at a 45-degree angle, and the hips are pointing forward. Breathing here. The right knee is over the ankle. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Let's open up into warrior two. Back foot turns to a 90-degree angle. So the outside edge of the foot is in line and parallel with the back of your mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Gaze is over the fingertips. Grounding down through the feet and lifting up through the spine. On our next breath, bringing the right forearm onto the thigh, and the left arm up, coming into side angle. Gaze can be forward, or you can look up towards your fingertips. If you're feeling strain in your left arm, you can also bring it here onto your hip. Take a few breaths. Inhale back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down and step back to downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left leg comes up. Exhale, step it forward, rising up into warrior two. Left leg is bent. Right knee is planted firmly on the ground. Right foot is planted firmly on the ground. And you can have your hands here at heart center or arms rise up. Shoulders are down and relaxed if your arms are up. Inhale, open up warrior two. Alignment is heel to heel. Shoulders are over hips. Gaze is over the front fingertips. Again, if you're feeling strain in your arms, you can bring your hands to your hips too. On our next breath, bringing the left forearm onto the left thigh. Right arm comes up. Side angle. Pressing through the knife edge of the back foot. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two. Cartwheel the arms down and step back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhaling, bringing the right knee to the right wrist, coming into pigeon pose. Left leg comes down, top of the left foot comes onto the mat. So this front leg doesn't have to be parallel with the front. You just want to make sure that you keep the foot flexed to protect the knee and align the hips. You may feel that you're rolling over onto your right hip. So just check where you are. You can use a block or a pillow or something to prop yourself up onto that thigh. And you can stay here, or you can lower onto your forearms, if that feels good. Or you can even bring your forehead to the mat. On your next inhale, rise up, curl the left toes under, and bring the right leg up into three-legged dog and release. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left wrist. Lower the right leg down. Top of the right foot on the mat. Find that hip alignment here. And slowly come down to where it feels good. You can stay up on your hands. You can come up onto the forearms. You might feel one side is a little bit tighter than the other, and that's absolutely normal. Just find where it feels good to you on this side. And let's take a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, we'll rise up, curl the right toes under, come back up into three-legged dog, and release the left foot down. Slowly lower onto the knees and press back into extended child's pose. On your next inhale, come up onto all fours. We'll come into a kneeling plank and slowly lower down onto the chest. On your next inhale, peel the chest up and just come into a baby cobra. And exhale, release. Again, inhale. Coming into cobra, you might experiment and come up a little bit higher into a full cobra. Keeping the legs strong. Exhale, release. We'll do that one more time. Either baby cobra or full cobra, coming up, making sure the elbows stay in. Protecting the low back. Exhale, release. And press back into child's pose. Inhale, rise up and come to a seated position. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, coming into bound angle pose. And then inhaling as you sit up straight, and then exhale, bringing the chest forward, maintaining the length in the back. Slowly inhaling back up. Perfect. And then extending the left leg out. I'm going to pivot just so that you can see this better. Extending the left leg out. Right foot on the inner thigh, almost like a tree pose. As you inhale, the arms up. And exhale, really focusing on bringing the belly towards the thigh. So if that means bending the knee, that is absolutely okay. And coming here, leading with the chest. Feeling a good stretch. Slowly walk your hands back forward. Bring the right knee up. Right arm goes behind you. We'll come into a seated twist. So inhaling the left arm up and hugging the right knee as you twist from the navel. Inhale back to center. Extend the right leg out. Left leg comes in. Coming into our sort of tree pose position. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale as you fold forward. Again, you may find one leg is tighter than the other, and that's okay. But leading with the chest, focusing on bringing the belly towards the thigh rather than the nose towards the knee. Slowly walk the hands forward. Bring the left knee up, left hand behind, right arm rises. As you exhale, twist. And you can gaze forward, to the side, or all the way back, just protecting the neck. And on each inhale, lengthening, and each exhale, twisting even deeper. Slowly release, extending the left leg out. You can grab the backs of your thighs as we slowly lower down. And we'll come into our happy baby pose. So bringing the feet up, and the bottoms of the feet are pointing at the earth. And sides of the feet as you bring the knees into the elbows. You can even sort of rock side to side. It's kind of a silly pose, but it feels really good. And it's a great way to end our practice today in our full body stretch. Release the legs. Release them all the way down. Extend them out. Bringing the arms alongside the body, palms up. As we come into shavasana, our final relaxation pose. Just take as long as you want here in shavasana. Honoring your body and your practice today. I'm so grateful that you chose to practice with me. Namaste.